I feel in '73, I feel we had the team that could have won state championship, but we fell a little short. We dropped that game. We had a bad game against Smiley and dropped that game by 1 point in the Hawthorne Pavilion. And I had a strong feeling that these guys would come back and win that championship the following year, and they did.
'72 and '73 team, I hated to lose to Wheatley. They had Machi, Alabantro, all of them. And I said, when we come back in '74, they in trouble. And Wheatley was in trouble in '74. Couldn't touch it. We had 3 first 5 teams. And Coach Drew didn't know how to handle it. He looked at it and said, I don't know who to put in, but I'm going to change this up. He put the first 5 in, they go for a few minutes, then he put the next 5 in. And every time at halftime, they would be hollering, C-No, C-No. That's 100 points. We should throw the 100 points. That best team in that year, back to back. That's what, '74 and '75 was the best team Kashmere ever had.
The most important game that we played was a game that didn't count and a game that we lost. That was the most important game.
Really?
It was Wheatley. Wheatley came over here and played this year. Wheatley came over here and played this year. Scrimmaging Wheatley. Right. And we was winning for 3 quarters. For 3 quarters, we was winning. The 4th quarter came, Wheatley pressed us. Wheatley pressed us, we lost. After the game's over, we sit around, we told Mr. Drew, we was talking about it, so Mr. Drew wanted to play that way. And Mr. Drew came back that next season and structured the team that way. And me and John, we talked about this. We never played that game. We never had that game. We wondered how things would turn out because by playing that game at press, opened everything up for us. And that changed everything for us. If we don't play that game, I wonder what would happen.
Mr. Drew really realized the type of talent he had over here and how deep it was, because there was a lot of guys wasn't here that day. But the ones that was here, he seen what he had. So it just made it even better when the bigs got in. Because it was mostly, I don't know if you remember, Godin, Florida, we were in here. Y'all remember that? And I mean, it was like, they bought a full house up in there, but for 3 quarters we was driving until, like Craig said, until they started pressing.
Because Godin, Landis, and Bird, it was always a problem. Because the thing about them was, they could guard someone 6'5", 6'6". But someone 6'5", 6'6" couldn't deal with them. Right. So there was always a problem when it came to it. And all 3 of them was offensive minded. They had an offensive game, so it was always a problem.
Yeah, I'm sort of like the spark plug of the team. Yeah, let's give that minute. Yeah, but I mean, and we down, come in, look at it real good, and try to pull everybody together. You know, I know I can go to Godin, Jarvis, Boyd, Carville, Gregory. You know, we're gonna play teamwork. There you go. Yeah, teamwork. We're gonna get it where we need to get it.
Landis was a spark plug because when Landis got the ball,
He's going in there.
he was shooting it. Okay? And the Bird was on the bench, Coach Drew. The that bird ain't hot, they gonna get him out of there. And what I can say is that Lennox was a good shooter, okay? And he came in with his mind, his mission. Now, we said come in behind, we wasn't really behind, okay? We might have been coastal, but we were never behind. But Lennox would come in if we wasn't playing lackadaisical, what they call it. Lennox would come in and he'd give us that spark. He gave us that spark, okay? And one thing about it, he was a team player. That's why the press worked so hard, because he wanted to steal the ball so he could shoot a layup. That was Lennox's drive and motivation, okay? It didn't have nothing to do with the rest of the team. Lennox, so what I'm saying is, what Lennox did, we needed that, okay? And we glad when we had it. We glad he had that mentality to go, because that helped. Everybody had everybody else had different things that they brought to the game. But one thing about it, we was all on the same accord.
Want to win.
And Mr. Drew allowed us to play. And the thing about it, anybody else would have messed our team up trying to coach it.
Right.
Mr. Drew didn't try to dictate or tell us what to do.
He didn't change nobody's game.
We did not have one play. I don't care what nobody say. We didn't have one offensive play. Okay? We ran the lanes on the court. He taught us how to fill the lanes on the court and keep the court spread and balanced. And he taught us that, and that gave us the IQ that we had in basketball, and it helped us. That's why nobody could scout us. If you scouted us, you didn't know what we was going to do, because we didn't know what we was going to do. So it wasn't like you could stop number 9, or you could stop number 10, or you could stop Stanford or UCLA. We didn't have players. Okay? We played off of instinct, off our feed of each other. And I was getting to know each other. And that's what we were. We just was a team that just played off of instincts.
I think the first time we realized that we had actually won the state was when we played Port Arthur Lincoln in Beaumont. And the reason that John was never seen this guy, Earl Evans. Had his man in the state of Texas. And Mr. Blue gave Jarvis a scholarship. Jarvis never seen this guy. And anybody know Earl Evans, when he wake up in the morning, he put 10 points down. This team. Jarvis held this man to 12 points. And I was telling Jarvis, that's the only game I played in. And I didn't play well in that game. I sat down on that pitch and it wasn't complaining about playing, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing Jarvis defend this man like this. And they was ranked number 1 in the state of Texas. And so when we won that game, me and Larry Hayes said, when we got back to school, we realized things had changed.
I'm Kathy Bluford Daniels, Second Vice President, HISD Trustee, District 2, and whom many of you from Dogan and Fleming still refer to me as Kathy Ballard. As a 1975 graduate of Phyllis Wheatley and former Wildcat cheerleader myself, I can remember the sting of the 1974 playoff loss to you all in Hawthorne's Pavilion. I still may need therapy behind that 1-point loss.
Also proud of that 1974 team that laid the groundwork that made it all possible for the 1975 team. Y'all are awesome. You were awesome then, you're awesome now, and I am here to say congratulations. Do it! Thank you guys for bringing that championship home. Bye for now.
After the game, told them, y'all get off the floor and we'll be back next year. And I was like, we'll be back next year? That's when I started thinking, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We'll be back next year. And it came to pass.
Mind is in your way. No more tears do we cry, and we have finally dried our eyes, and we're moving on up, moving on up. Lord have mercy, we're moving on up, moving on up. We're living proof and all's alert that we're two from the good black girl, and we're a winner, and everybody knows it too. We just keep on pushing like your leaders tell you to. At last that blessed day has come, and I don't care where you come from. We're all moving on up, moving on up. Lord have mercy, we're moving on up, moving on up. Woo! way you don't get burned. Ooh, this fire inside of me, don't nobody realize. Oh, what you out of me, but baby you got to learn. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. You got to know how I feel about you. I always want you near. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. I'm counting every minute.
My name is Rhonda Drew, and I'm Coach Weldon Drew's daughter. I remember going to Austin as a teenager with my dad to see the Kashmere Rams play for the state championships. Those games were so exciting. However, I did not realize that I was also witnessing history being made. I'd like to congratulate the Kashmere Rams and my dad for being inducted into HISD's Hall of Honor. And what an honor that is.
Well, Coach Drew brought me in. I was in the 10th grade. I'd probably been here maybe school started a week or so. And he called me in his office, and I'm wondering what he called him in his office for. So we went in the office, he sat down and he talked to me. He said, Jarvis, you're gonna be on the varsity. And pretty much after he said that, I forgot everything else he said. He said, but one thing he did say, I need you to be a leader, and you can't be running with the boys that you've been running with. And I'm like, okay. And I say, well, Coach Drew, I understand that, but those guys that I've been friends with, they grew up in my neighborhood. I say, they don't have me doing anything that, when they're going to do something bad, they don't invite me. They want me to play basketball. So after that, we started practice. I was just thankful to be on the varsity. And so Coach Drew used to always take me, when we get ready to go to a game, I couldn't ride with Henry or Philip or Davis. I couldn't ride with him. I had to get in the car and go with him and Coach Street. Well, riding in the car with Coach Street and Coach Drew, I'd sit in the back seat. I'd sit right behind him because I didn't want to really even look at it. And he talked to me the whole time, going to the game, coming back from the game. And I didn't realize at the time that he was just grooming me, giving me information. And then, so when we come to practice, I would do what he tell me to do. And so we just happen to have a good relationship. And he's one of the best coaches I ever had in my life, as far as showing confidence in me as a young man. That's when I came over here, I was 15 years old. I just turned 15, so he wanted me to be a leader of Philip and Mars, and they were guys that were seniors. So I don't know what he saw in me at that time, And so Mr. Drew really was, he helped develop all of us as individuals. And we had different relationships with him, But he wasn't a guy that said, okay, I'm not playing you, I'm not playing you, I'm not playing you. He never cursed at us. He never raised hell with us no kind of way, okay? When we come in at halftime, he talked to us. We had a timeout. He basically asked us, what do we want to do? You want to press? Y'all want to continue pressing? Y'all want to fall back? Which I want to do. So that was my experience with Mr. Drew. Coach, Mr. Drew talked, nobody said nothing. You said nothing. And that was just out of respect. It wasn't that he had to beat us down or chew us out or nothing like that. It's like he commanded respect. He had that calmness about him, and he kept us calm, so nobody could get excited. I used to have to get on Craig sometime. I say, we get in the game, and boys get to foul at Craig, and Craig get to fighting them back. And I say, Craig, come on now, don't let your emotions take over. And that's just kind of the relationship we had because we knew each other. But that's how Coach Drew was. Coach Drew was just calm. he'd sit over there on that bench. He didn't holler out and tell us nothing. He called me all the time. You know, he really be talking, say, get that bird out of there.
Yeah.
Put that bird out there. You know, that's the kind of demeanor he had. But I tell you, he was the best I ever had.
But
I miss him.
y'all could have been king if he just smoked a half a pack of cigarettes before halftime.
Oh yeah, he was smoking cigarettes. Yeah, he smoked a cigarette. Maybe that was what he was doing.
Yeah,
Instead of dealing with us, he was just them birds, I tell you. Because that's when smoking, you can smoke in the building. And he sit on the sideline and smoke cigarettes. Yeah, he did do that.
He went to a whole back in the game. Fresh on him, or he go to pumping.
Most of the time when a high school coach go from high school to college, it's because he got to bring his players, some players with him. And that wasn't the case with Coach Drew. Coach Drew went to New Mexico State and didn't take nobody. I mean, I don't know if they was killing him.
Yeah, they thought me and Job was gone.
Well, what happened, Coach Drew, they flew Coach Drew, myself, and Carl to New Mexico, Las Cruces. Okay, showed us a great time, great time. Coach Drew told us, he said, I'm gonna take this job. He said, but I can't tell y'all to come because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. You know, so on his behalf, I have to give him gratitude again because he told us what a lot of coaches would, because he would have wanted that job so bad. He would have felt, okay, I need to bring those guys to get, but he didn't want us to have to come up there and they fire him next year or the year after, and we was up there by ourselves. So he absolutely gave us some good advice, because even with being recruited, he said, I asked him several times about different things. He said, well, Jarvis, he said, I've never been across this bridge before. I said, I never had anybody recruited like you guys being recruited. I said, so I can't give y'all advice on where you should go or do this and that. He said, you have to make that decision yourself. You know, and so that's why I say most men, especially, you know, a lot of men, I put it like this, a lot of men would have told us, hey, come on, go with me, because he getting the package. But he didn't do that. And that's why I say I love him today, because Coach Drew always gave me good advice, and he helped me be the man that I am today. And Coach Drew always taught us, just want to be calm and make good, sound decisions. So that's why I say now, Coach Drew, I'll take my hat off to him, because he took a lot of time from his family to deal with us. So we was his boys that he raised. Okay?
But playing for Mr. Drew was more laid back, because everybody knew what to do. Everybody knew their position. Everybody, it was just, they couldn't wait. Well, actually, we couldn't wait to get out on the floor to do what we needed to do, because we were so anxious to play somebody.
Beginning of the season in the junior year, I was on the varsity playing minimal minutes. So I asked Mr. Drew, would you put me back down on the JV so I could play more regular and build up some confidence? And he did. When we got into a role, we ended up winning the city championship. And then Mr. Streety was my biggest agent, because he run into the office and told Mr. Drew, say, Bill, you're playing real good now. Not only do you need to move him up, you need to go and let him start. So he fooled me when we got ready to play for Forest Brook in the half after beat. I didn't even know it was coming. But when they called the starting lineup, they called me first to go out there. So I kind of like started there, and he made Bird understand that, because I was playing pretty good, let me go ahead, but he still was going to get his minutes. And when it came to my senior year, he specifically told me, be my sixth man. That's where all that got started. That's how I got materialized.
And my junior year, when Mr. Drew was moving up and down, when he finally left us up there, you knew. Mr. Drew called on you and said, come here, Mitchell, get that bird out of there. You know he was putting you in for a reason. Somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. So if you want to play, if you want to stay in the game, don't go in there and do what Belcher do, or do what Larry do. You better go in there and do what you told you. Secondly, in 73, most of these guys that here were with us, in 73, we coming off that junior varsity team, but we had a pretty good year. The 10th graders that he moved up that year, most of us are here. And I was really surprised because he let some seniors go and put us out. So Mr. Drew must have saw something in us because he brought us up. Now, why, I don't know.
Who was the most difficult team?
We can go on.
I have one team that I can say, and that was South Oak Cliff, our state championship game. Now, other guys may disagree with me, but I'm just saying from my standpoint, was the work that I had to put in for us to win that game, you know, that was a tough game for me personally.
But another tough game was between the Dr. Pepper Classic. We played against Bill Cartwright. That was just a classic elk roll out of California. Now we beat them, but he was very difficult to defend.
I think he fouled out.
He scored by 30.
But you know what?
That was a good game. That was a big game.
Go ahead. There was one guy that I never forget. And there was a guy by the name of Herman Crawford.
Oh yeah, bad
One
man.
of the best defensive players.
And
when Go played against this guy right here,
bad man.
and Go scored over 20 points against this guy, we knew that we was on our way because there wasn't nobody in the city that was more defensive minded than this guy Herman Crawford. And he talks about that right today, Crawford. And I'm gonna tell you something, they didn't actually give us a scare, but they was in the game for a minute. When Teddy took his business against Slab, and Go went up against Herman Crawford, and Crawford, I mean, it was defense like this here, 94 feet, you know, and he took his business. But that's one game that I can say locally that we really had, that was really competitive.
We had a game where we played against, I think it was Wall Trip. They had a guy named Daniel Wise. And me being the youngest on the team, I'm like, how we gonna beat them? You know what I'm saying? They had big guys, they had guards, they had it all. But you know, with the guy like Go was saying about Madison gets got a lot of jams. You know what I'm saying? Logistics. And I was shocked that they played the way they played.
Bill Cartwright impressed me in 2 ways. One, when I shook his hand, he didn't shake my hand, he shook my wrist. His hand was so big. And when he shot at layup, during the layup drill, you know, got past the ball, this man ain't gonna lay it up. He didn't shoot a layup. He stuck it on the glass and pulled his hand back and let it fall in the goal. Up in the square. I ain't never seen nobody do that before. I couldn't get excited, you know. Inside I was, but we the best. Who we gonna get excited about? Right. I just stood up when he did it and just looked. Make sure I saw what I saw. It didn't make me nervous. I wasn't concerned about losing to him enough, but I was just a little bit impressed to say the least. I never played against nobody that big.
With me, all I played against was big guys. Okay? So my game plan was the same all the time. Stay in front of them, keep them from catching the ball, move my feet. That's what Mr. Drew taught me. I had to always move my feet because if I got locked up on them, it was like I learned this from playing Philip Davis in the 10th grade. I had to guard Philip Davis every day in practice. Philip had a booty, and he knew how to use it. Okay? When I tell you he had a booty, he could route down, stomp down, and get his base, and you couldn't get around him. So in order for me to be able to learn how to play a big guy, I had to be able to move my feet constantly. Don't never let them touch me. When they would reach back there for me, be moving around. So with Cartwright, it was the same technique. Okay, I took the same technique to Texas A&M. That's how I guarded Rick Bullock and all the other big centers that was in our Southwest Conference. Okay, it's about moving your feet. Feet work is always the main thing. But with this guy, Cartwright, he had a big old, he was built like that too. And I tell you, you say, man, big old, and he was big, he was strong. So my game plan was to try to just keep him from catching the ball as much as I could and do what we did and pray that everybody else helped.
All right, Charlie?
Basically, with Cartwright, it was defense. And the best way to play defense with him was to not let him get the ball. But once he got it, you play defense and you try to keep him away from the goal.
El Bro was supposed to be ahead of us in the nation. And so once we beat them, I figured we could beat anybody. You know, we had a plan for Cartwright. First of all, the scouting report, we didn't get a great scouting report, but the scouting report we did get was like, they had Bill Cartwright and Shelby. They had 2 6'9" balls and 2 6'5" guards. I'm nervous, but I ain't gonna let these boys, you know I'm nervous. I mean, now we've been playing against 2 6'9" balls and 2 6'5" guards. And Jones is the biggest man we got. I'm wondering, man, what we gonna... But anyway, we saw him get off the bus. Okay, I'll go Bill Cartwright. What a 6'9" ball there. Don't see him. What a 6'5" guard there. Don't see him. I went and told Jones, I said, Jones, we're not gonna let no one man beat us. That's gonna be incomplete. We're not gonna let no one man beat us. And I told Jaws, I know Jaws ain't gonna let him get the ball, but when he do get the ball, I said, turn it one way or the other. That was gonna give me a running start to try to block the shot. You know what I mean? We gonna make him work. We wasn't gonna let him get away. No. One man couldn't beat 5. That was incomplete.
No. One man couldn't beat 15. See, what no team with 1 or 2 players was gonna beat 15.
Yeah.
So that's the way Mr. Drew was doing it. So that was easy. Because basically we outran everybody, out-hustled everybody with the press. And the goal was, I come from Philly this week. Our school, we're trying to put the 100 on the board. Put the 100, you're gonna win that game. Most of the time we did.
How Coach Drew take Terra, Key, and Fleming and make it a cohesive team?
It wasn't even about Fleming.
No. It wasn't. It
wasn't even about Fleming.
Yeah.
It was about Key and Terra.
Yeah, at the time.
You're right. It was about Key and Terra. Trust me. It wasn't even about Fleming. Steve and I was the only 2 from Fleming to even make the team. It was like 80 guys on the floor trying to make the team. And Steve and I was the only 2 to make the team. But it was always about Key and Terra. I mean, that's all you heard. Godine and Teddy and Key and Bird, Small, and Charlie Ross and Terra, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something. We had this line, like they bus us to one school and then bus us to another. 16 wasn't built at that time. And one year I had to go to Key in the 8th grade. And that year there, I mean, it was a lot of guys. I first met Bird when I was playing on the basketball team at Key. Let me tell you something. I didn't even know who Bird was. One time, all of us were jumping, getting a rebound. All I saw was this big old head almost over the rim, grabbing a rebound, in the 8th grade. And I was like, you know, I told when we was over there for them, I said, man, y'all ought to see the team that Key and Terrell got. They got something over there.
Yeah.
But we never played.
We wasn't in the same district.
Yeah, we wasn't in that district. But at the same time, we still played against some pretty good guys like Ryan and Word and some. But it was always about Key and Terrell. Always.
Wasn't Bird also the quarterback at Terrell?
Yeah. He was. And Johnny B. Phelps wanted him to play football. So while we were at Terrell, our 9th grade year, at 7th period, Johnny B used to come over and get me and Bird that evening and bring us the cash. That's when I first met Danny, Philip Davis, because we was practicing against them while I was in the 9th coming over here in the evening. And when the season was over with, after everybody got over here from Key, he knew it wasn't gonna be hard to blend because once we started practicing together, he seen it. He seen what he had from those two particular middle schools. Because we was battling all through the 9th grade year. Right. So when we got over here, he knew all he had to do was just put us in here and watch us in practice a few times, and that's exactly what he did. He watched us practice, and then he knew how he was gonna call his team. Because I can tell you, Jarvis.
I did not like them, okay? I didn't like them.
No.
Yeah, I did not like them. Okay? From the competition we had going back and forth in junior high, I did not like Terrell guys. We grew up not liking Terrell. Okay?
Well, that's the robbery.
So we came over here, I didn't like Bird, I didn't like Small, I didn't like Matt, I didn't like Charlie Ross. Charlie Ross was the big man, so hell, you know I didn't like him. Okay? I'm just saying, I gotta be honest, I did not like him, and it was Coach Drew that got us together. He said, you got to get to know all the rest of the players, you got to know, y'all got to work together, and hey, that was it.
But now he took the truth. He said he didn't like, but the rest of them wouldn't like that. That was just in his head.
But that was my mentality,
right?
Because I was a warrior.
It was the same way. It was the same way.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was the same way when we got here. Because when he first got here, I don't know how he was dealing with them at Key, but we weren't having that over here. When we got over here, because I had a mindset too. I thought I was an alpha dog. Well, hell, I was alpha dog. Coming from Terrell. You know what I'm saying?
They finally got the message. Because we was gonna fight, you know. So that's how it is. We just went, we did what we had to do. And like I said, Coach Drew blended us. Yeah, he blended us.
But that wasn't hard, though.
No, it wasn't. But what we had in common was winning. Yeah.
What Coach Drew did was, fortunately, the stars just kind of lined up. We got all the stars, Key, Terrell, then me and Florida come in from Fleming, broke up the stars. So it just kind of lined up for him. Coach just had abundance of talent. Exactly. And in jail for it, and it happened. In jail, it didn't happen.
One thing that made everything easy was Philip Davis took Jarvis, Philip Davis and Morris took Jarvis, and Morris and Philip took Jarvis, but they were on Terrell. Right. Okay. Lannis Hayes and Meathead Michael was already together for Terrell for Key. Danny made it real easy, him and Ronnie, when we came in, as far as making things easy. Yeah, they made things, in other words, they made things easy for us with a big promotion. Yeah, because see, if Philip would have came over and said, okay, I'm from Terrell. Right. And y'all, and they would have had that. They would have class. They would have class, but they took him under his wing. They were Terrell. He would keep, they sent him to play. They said, that's what college they come on in. Danny took, and I was telling Jonathan that Danny and Ronnie made it easy for everybody to come in. It wasn't no, friction.
Right.
If you could play, you know, it was.
They won't accept.
We was we were a team.
Yeah.
We were a team.
And so that made a lot of things easy for us, you know, when we came in. So it wasn't a lot of friction. Like Flores from Fleming, Rodney was from Keith, I was from Terra. We ran together, you know. Yeah, then we came friends, you know. Lannis Hayes and Meathead, both of them, one from Keith, one from Terra.
Crooks.
Yeah,
And they had been here before.
yeah, but one where they was friends though, we got them when we seen that put everything, especially for me, it put it at ease. You know, see Michael and Lannis Hayes, you know, knowing they were going at each other the previous year, hard at each other, you know. He played for, Mike played for, both on first team out of district. They went hard at each other. To see them come over here and see them, they like best friends.
Right.
You know, so that made the transition real easy. So it wasn't a real friction that you thought it would have been. You know.
Yeah.
Charlie and Small, they beat Jarvis and I for the
district.
For the district championship.
In the 9th grade. We had a playoff.
So you know we really, when we got over here, you know we really wasn't. No, well, Matt was along with them too. They had a Jarvis and I had a pretty nice squad.
Yeah.
But Small Bird, Matt.
They just outmanned us.
They beat me and y'all.
And I was hurt.
We really didn't cut for them at all.
No.
But once we got over there and everybody found out that, okay, y'all won over there, we was winning, but we took 2 from there, placed 1 over there, and put 5 out there, and it worked real good for them. Worked real good.
Regardless of what school they came from, they became like it's one. There's nothing to do about it.
Yeah, I didn't have no record in junior. I didn't play in junior high. You know, so I had to come in playing with guys who had organized ball. And all I knew was how to play and win. And then I knew how to be hard. That's all I thought about, play hard. You know, that made up a lot of my roots. Then I got on the team, but I didn't have no record. I didn't have no play in junior high.
Mr. Drew, it was finally his time. When all of us from Key, Terrell, and Fleming choking good, that was Mr. Drew time. Everybody get their time.
Right.
That was Mr. Drew time. So that was, by God's grace, we all showed up at the same time. And we blessed with this team.
Yes.
It was Mr. Drew's time.
Yeah.
When I got over here in the 10th grade, my expectation was to win because I come out of middle school as a winner. I don't know about the rest of them. I ain't like losing. So whatever needed to be done, that's the way we went at it. Because we all, from these different middle schools, when we got here, you could see there's a whole bunch of talent up in there. And we used to go at it like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And all it did was bring out the best in each and every last one of us. But now, I was about winning. Didn't care how we win. Said what I need to say and get it out a bunch of them. And we won. Mr. Drew, let us go.
Really and truly, the transition was quite different because when I came over to Kashmere, they had Danny, they had Phillip, they had Mark. These guys blocking shots with their elbows.
Top of the square.
Top of the square. And I didn't even know if I had a jump shot. I was getting blocked so much. And so, what really helped me a lot is going down there to play with Mr. Street. I went down, I asked Mr. Street, could I go down to the JV team and play with people on my own level? Because Danny and him was way above me at the time. And so he let me go down to the JV squad. And we did pretty good that year, but it helped me sharpen my game out a whole lot. So when I came up my 11th grade year, I was ready for whatever they put in the front.
I come in from Lamar Fleming where I played for Frank Brown. So I felt like I was well coached. And I had a lot of expectations from coming from Mr. Brown and from Fleming. I didn't know Coach Drew. I didn't know any of these guys here because I come out of the Fifth Ward district. Well, I played against Joe Smith, Mac Reynolds, and Ryan. But when I came to Kashmere, I knew Green Biggie was fight with me. But I didn't know a lot of these other guys. Me and Floyd come in from Fleming and started. But when I got to Kashmere, I didn't realize the abundance of talent I was gonna run into. All these guys could play me, you know. But so I really didn't know where I was gonna fit in. I expected for myself to make the team, but I just didn't know where I was gonna fit in. Because there was a bunch of talent here, man.
And so that really the 73, 74 year, that was our best team for us, the number of players we had. We had the depth, we had guys who could play every position. That's why we could press the whole game, okay? And that's why you can tell the numbers might have fell off a little different because we had to play, the starters from senior year had to play longer my senior year than we did when we played our junior year. Because in junior year, we could just you could take a breather anytime, and anytime you could take a breather and nothing changed. In my senior year, we wasn't as deep, so we had to play a lot longer. We still had a great team, but it just, we didn't have the same personnel. Because we lost Lannis, Harry Dean, Craig, Michael Stanton, so you look at that crew there, that's just, that's a big loss there to try to replace. We had to play more talent, it seemed like to me. Our job, plus it was new to us, okay? It was, when you start doing something new, it's always seems like it take more energy to do it. And so my senior year was more like, I know what I need to do now, But our junior year, it was like learning on the fly. And that's basically what we did. We knew what we was told to do, but actually applying it and getting it done, that was a lot of hard work. And we played against a lot of good talent that year. In fact, I can still say that I think we played against our best talent that year.
Right.
When you look at the guys that were seniors around the city of Houston and the state, our junior year, it was more talent, period. And those guys, once we did that, I felt coming back. I said, oh no, it's like playing with little boys now. We should be able to do this with a little more relaxation, and that's what it was.
Go to Austin in 75, win the semifinal game, 45-0. Next morning, before the game, it comes out in the newspaper, Kashmere High School, #1 team in the nation. I don't know if you all saw the article before the game.
No, sir. We didn't know. And I read, and it wasn't no pressure because we didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
We were down there for one time. Craig Riggins had put the monkey on us. So we had to get it out. So we went out to play. That was our focus, win.
All right.
And in that game, the other team froze the ball the whole game. How did you guys handle that?
What happened, we expected it because we had got the scouting report on them. They called it some kind of, was it a domino offense or something?
Yeah.
Some kind of offense, and so they only take 2 or 3 shots in a quarter. They was doing it. So we just knew the only way we was gonna win the game was we get a lead, okay? And then we could hold the ball. So some kind of way Carl came up with, okay, we sitting up, we behind, they holding the ball. So finally we got the lead. So Carl them got creative up here at the top of the 5-second line. Yeah, so, okay, that's 5-second line. And so we decided, okay, you know what? We're gonna hold the ball on them. And this wasn't given from the sideline. This was us just doing what we knew we just wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
Okay? And we saw them doing it, we said, okay, well we gonna beat you at your game.
Right.
Yeah, but getting to that point, Madison stole a pass. We got across, and then Lodine went into that
5-second line.
Exactly.
Because what they was trying to do, see, they were gonna call 5 seconds on us. They wasn't gonna call 5 seconds on the other team.
No.
Okay, so when we saw that, Carl said, okay, all right, we counted off mentally in his head, some kind of way, and just keep going back and forth across the line. Okay, and that's how we was able to not get penalized, because it was a violation if he had kept the ball behind the line for more than 5 seconds. And so that was really the key to us winning that game. And you got to look at when we played. We played at Gregory Gym. Gregory Gym, we sold like Hawthorne's Pavilion. You could put 2 Gregory Gyms in Hawthorne's Pavilion. Okay.
Yeah, 14,000.
We could put probably 3 in there. So we had to really tell people to move over just for us to take the ball out of bounds.
Right.
So that's why the crowds were so tight. It was hot in there. But the thing about it, we had the scout report that they was going to hold the ball. So we was prepared for it. Okay, we were prepared that they was going to hold the ball. But the other just kicked in. Like I say, it was all God's work. He just took care of us, and there we go again. He took care of us one more time, another time.
But we were prepared to play basketball. We were not prepared to give nobody no shots at the bucket if they don't take the shot.
Yeah.
It had got so bad that we said, okay, let them shoot the ball.
Right.
We're going to put the press on. We're going to take the ball back 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
They won't even shoot the ball.
They wouldn't even shoot the ball. Yeah.
So now,
that was a shot.
now this is real complex. I'm saying, well, we got to stall the ball like they do. But we don't know nothing about no 10-second line.
Yeah.
So,
5 seconds.
5-second line. We don't know nothing about this here. We don't know nothing about it. So we turned the ball over like 2 or 3 times.
Before we realized.
And so I went to Mr. Drew. I said, Mr. Drew, if I get on that line, he said, I don't know. So I went and asked the ref if I got on the line, could he count? And he told me no. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Once I did it, Cheney came out the stand. Don't nobody know what's going on. This dude coming out the stand. Everybody said, what's the problem? They cut the clock off. Why they cut the clock off on them and didn't cut the clock off on them? They put him out the game. He came back to me and told me that I couldn't straddle the line no more. That's a cold peak. But even at that point, now they are behind. So they got to play man-to-man defense. And we were going to eat them up playing man-to-man defense.
Also with that style that Coach Drew acquired from Wheatley, he upgraded his conditioning. We weren't just running the gym, we were running all the way to Apache Ball. 1 car in the front and 1 in the back. We couldn't stop. You run all the way there, and you come all the way back, and then you
run the stairs.
And then you run the stairs. And then you do some gym work. You know what I'm saying? He knew that we had to be in good condition to play that style. But we adapted to it. Yeah, some of us were running.
Yeah. Some was cheating. Yeah.
Everybody wasn't running. Don't tell you that. Now, they ran when they got in between these lines. But when it was time for real running, they ran it.
To hide.
They know who they are. Some of the best players sitting here. In our junior year, the most competitive team we ever played against is our scrimmages right in here. They were tough. And if somebody looked at somebody's side when they didn't want to fight, they're going to go to Wizard with the balls and run the mess out of it. But I'm saying we used to really compete hard, and it made every one of us get better. That's what made that team so special.
And Mr. Drew allowed us to play. And the thing about it, anybody else would have messed our team up trying to coach.
Right.
Mr. Drew didn't try to dictate or tell us what to do. You didn't change nobody's game. We did not have one play. I don't care what nobody say. We didn't have one offensive play. Okay? We ran the lanes on the court. He taught us how to fill the lanes on the court and keep the court spread and balanced. And he taught us that, and that gave us the IQ that we had in basketball, and it helped us. That's why nobody could scout us. If you scouted us, you didn't know what we was going to do because we didn't know what we was going to do. So it wasn't like you could stop number 9 or you could stop number 10 or you could stop Stanford or UCLA. We didn't have plays. Okay? We played off of instinct, off our feed of each other. And I would getting to know each other. And that's what we were. We just was a team that just played off of instincts.
My job as an extension of the coach was nothing more than passing on what Mr. Drew had told me. Because if you watch some of the games, when they would be shooting free throws, Mr. Drew would call me over to the side. And he would tell me what he wanted me to do for the next 3 or 4 plays. But the main thing that he entrusted in me, and these guys followed me and trusted my judgment, was to mix up the defenses. And sometimes when I would pass the ball to the corner to go in, I knew it wasn't coming back. So I would call the defense that we was going to play the other truth. You know, when I passed it, I'm calling the play, but people think in the stand think it's the offensive play. No, it's the defense that we don't run after he made the bucket. And my job was to mix them up. He used to tell me all the time, try not to use the same one 2 times in a row. Keep the offensive players surprised at what you're going to do. And, keep the pressure on, but mix them up. So that was the main thing I did, just mix them up the best I could.
Matt was an outstanding flow jumper. One thing I can say about him is that he's going to get the ball to who needs to have the ball, and he's not going to turn the ball over.
Right.
And as far as his defense is stupendous.
Yes.
The man played defense like nobody else. And I think he get hot at me because I know he steals, right?
Yeah.
But I got a free on. I give him the free on because I know if I don't give it to him, he'll steal it. He's stupendous guy on defense. He helped us out a whole lot of times when we were down. We tried to get our offense click. He was going to do something to enhance our play. And we loved him to death, man.
When somebody tried to press us, they were in trouble because, first of all, they weren't going to take the ball from him. Okay? Mac could go down that sideline. They thought they had him trapped over on the side. He'd turn. He could go like Spider-Man or somebody, get real skinny and slide right through him, step through him, and then laugh at him. They didn't know he could handle the ball so well with both hands that we didn't have a problem. Nobody could really press us. Never like we pressed people. It was like cakewalk. And then if he didn't want to dribble the ball all the way down, I just come right into the middle. He passed to me, and then we running a fast break, so your press wasn't gonna work. Oh, the Wheatley press. The press. They tried to press us too. I think everybody tried to press us, but actually, by my junior, senior year, nobody could press us. Wheatley wanted to press like we pressed. That's what they was trying to do. They just didn't have the personnel.
Right. But now Wheatley actually had a pretty good press.
They had a good press.
They had a good press.
But they didn't have the personnel.
We had good ball down. Great press. We great press.
Yeah, we were press breakers.
Can I say something about that press? That press was excellent. We ran it to perfection, but we took it another level. And I learned from a guard that played first how to dismantle that press single-handedly. I watched him do it. Jim Sims. That's right. That's who we put. That press has one weakness.
Middle of the road. All press.
And when I tried something one day in practice. When you make the first pass in, that's where the trap goes. That's where the middleman goes to make that trap. If you throw it right back to the man that took it out, he can go right down the middle of the floor, press the broke.
Yep.
And if the offside man was quick enough to recover, to cover for the deficit that he made, job was pop in the middle, behind him. The rest still broke.
It was really hard to get us in a zone because Jarvis, if it came off, Lannis Hayes, Golding, Bird, it was what we call that play snowbird. Snowbird. They know what that meant. Because once he got it, they hit a cone, them was layups, a wide open jump.
To reiterate what Mr. Small said, 85% of our offense was fast break because we had the most prolific rebounder in the state 2 years in a row.
Exactly.
And I'm guilty of it too. Anytime that ball pop and I see Teddy in a position about to get it, I'm gonna turn and peel because we all want to get on the scoreboard down here. And then he had one of the most hands that if you ain't have no hands, he's gonna knock you down with it. But it's gonna be on point. It's gonna be on point. Lannis Hayes never dropped none, Cargo they never dropped none because they want to score. But I'm saying that's what and we got not most of the time we beat the defenses back, they couldn't set up good. You know, and on the press, oh man, I used to love to play the ball when I came in because if I get any kind of steal, I'm gonna show off my little ball handling skills and lay it up.
Yeah, show that.
Great team.
But Jarvis had one of the best outlet passes that's in the world, man. I mean, once you see him, each one of us had a job to do, and he done his job extraordinary because
he led the state rebound 2 years in a row.
That ball come off the bucket. He should have been a quarterback. Many passes he can throw me and Bird, you understand? And Matt, but the killing part is y'all don't know. Y'all throw that ball around y'all, but he don't have to come down there. He gonna kick it out and put his hand on his hip, and y'all do the thing.
It was a waste of time for me to come down. Ball was gonna be shot. I was gonna be able to run back down and play defense again. So it was all good.
Yeah, it was all good.
And the thing about it, I knew I could depend on it.
Yeah.
That's why I knew I could throw. I didn't mind getting the rebound and kicking it out. You know, because hey, that's where it was.
It was a great shot block. You ain't gonna come in there and shoot no layup on him. You ain't gonna block him. You gonna guard that basket. You gonna get every rebound. Come on, man.
Mr. Drew wanted me to take care of the house. He said, you got to take care of your basket. So that was my job, to take care of everything in the lane. So anybody that came in there, that was mine.
Don't have a problem.
They don't have a problem. They ain't coming back.
But I know me and Florida, Steve and Joe, in Belgium, we just good ingredients to add to that 75 team. So the winning just kept rolling. It was a natural thing because we all had killers. So.
We had I want to just say something about this. Our first five had to be, everybody had a unique way of playing the game. You know, it was unique. And that first five was what we had. It's no comparison. All of us that have been out of, everybody that graduated from high school ran into guys from California, New York, Ohio, places like that. And they knew who Goldie was. They knew who Teddy was. They knew.
Well, I was definitely the sixth man. And another thing about this with Drew is that once you establish yourself with him, you know, he had confidence in you, you're gonna play you. But it was kind of funny because on our team, he just made me the first sub. You know, and just case in point, if Henry Small come down the floor and throw an error pass over in the corner, he gonna have, come on, Bill. Henry Small gonna come off the floor, fussing, little cussing. But I'm saying at the same time, Drew still gonna pull it back, put me in, and then eventually he gonna put it back. But if I got carried away in ball handling and try to get cool and went behind my back and throw a pass and went up in the stand, you gonna have to get that bird out of there. You know, he gonna pull me out of there.
No, he didn't do that. I did. He do that. But now, in all fairness, he played a lot. Charlie played a lot too in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because Charlie had got the confidence in Mr. Drew. Charlie knew his role, and Charlie was gonna play his role. Now he made a statement about behind his back and stuff. Charlie didn't do it. And when Mr. Drew put him out there, he know he was gonna do just what he was supposed to do. That made it big, better for all bigs.
And that's what made Charlie play. Because he knew what Belcher was going to do. Belcher was kind of in the same mode of Atlanta Saints, okay, for our team. Okay? He was going to come out there and he was going to do his thing. Right? He was going to try to do it in 2 minutes, where he could have played a little more and did it in 20 or 15. But Atlanta's, same way with him. Yeah, they was going to try to be the spark plug. Yeah. So that's how it went. Yeah, you showed right. He did do what he did.
When Belcher and Cali was an integral part of the championship run.
Oh, no. We needed both of them.
Y'all was going to play his heart out. You know, he needed breaks. When they put Charlie in the game, Charlie's not going to do nothing other than what Mr. Drew say to.
Right.
Okay. Now, Belcher he gonna get out of contact. He might go behind his back, go through his leg. You know, anything he feel like doing, he might do it. Slingshot. But you know, we needed him in order to make the run we made.
Absolutely.
Our 11th grade team. Our 11th grade year. They gave us a big boost, man, because we could play different people. We didn't have to, the first 5 didn't have to play the whole year. Yeah.
Yeah, but that senior year though, everybody he had up there had to play. He might have didn't play as many minutes, but they played. Because, you know, me and Matt, we couldn't go the whole game. We tried. Jarvis, Bird, and Godin really know they couldn't really get in no foul trouble. Right. Because we wasn't really deep in the fall. It was heavily dependent on them. But we was deep in the guards, pretty much.
They didn't care we really didn't care who scored wrong. Our thing was, everybody wanted to win, and we were going to do whatever it took to win the game. That helped us out a whole lot. Nobody tried to be bigger than they was. We were going to do what it took in order to win the game.
He was right-handed, but going to the left, you wasn't finna stop him. Bird can get up. He surprised me on how he used to get up off. And corner shots, dead eye. You couldn't leave. Hayes was like that too, sometimes. But Bird, you couldn't leave him in the corner.
You got a signature on that corner.
I think Bird was outstanding too, because in so many situations that the team that they put us in, because we ran up and down the coast so much, that a lot of teams sit back and play zone. And Bird really shoot the ball from that zone position. Me personally, I don't like teams playing zone, because I didn't think my jump shot was all of that. But Bird, he was a good catch and shooter. In the state final, we were scuffling and buffling, and the man shot one to the top of the season and dropped straight through like 2 or 3 times in a row. Well, I was like, man, I'm glad you hit that shot. But he was an excellent shooter, man.
Yes,
He was an excellent shooter.
But not because we couldn't have won without playing defense, and that's where the game starts, on defense. Every game, we could have lost any one of those games had we not put our mind to it and to give everything we had. and everybody left what they had on the court. That's one thing about it. If you saw somebody some slacking, Mr. Drew was gonna take you out of that game, and you was gonna sit over there. So you didn't want to come out the game, you better hustle. Yes, so that's the way it went. But I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the way we performed, and looking back on it, it's just, like I said, it's just by the grace of God we was able to do what we did. Because you look back on it, how many people you know won 7, 8 games in a row? You know, I mean, on any level, you talk about it. So that was God's work. We were just doing what He wanted us to do. We're just thankful.
Ned Streeter was a real good coach. I mean, he didn't have, when he came to junior coach, he couldn't even dribble the ball, but he had that motivation that he can inspire people, you know, to get all of it out of it. And that's what he was so good at. That's the reason he won 2 state championships.
Make it with Mr. Street. Just about making it anyway. Speak loud. All right. If you make it with Mr. Street, you make it just about anywhere. Like I said, you make it with Mr. Street just like being with him. You know, you have your mind right, your body right. You know, there's no nonsense coach. And help us do out a lot. A lot of the city here benefit from playing with Mr. Street. It's a blessing being with him.
He was very, very instrumental in my development because probably my 10th grade year, very timid, and I'm talking about he used to create drills that wasn't normal, get the timidness out of you and make you tougher. He wasn't a very good coach on X's and O's. He was strong in philosophy and psychological. He had a way of getting the most out of it. Great man.
He didn't think he was a coach because he didn't, like I said, a lot of people say he didn't have all the skills, but he can guarantee you one thing: when it comes to a game, you're gonna be ready. Physically and mentally, you're gonna be ready. And you didn't want to be in his class because he wasn't gonna just let you sit there and do nothing. So that's how he was. He was serious.
You know, I really got a lot to say. He was mostly a disciplinarian. You know, he brought a lot of discipline to the game, and most of the guys, especially I played with, I think like we was my 10th grade year, we were like one of the first of the our team was the first that played for him, and when we did play for him, I mean, we all had skills. But what he brought out was toughness, you know. Right. And everybody that played against us, they know that we was in the house. There wasn't no question about it. And one thing I can say about Mr. Streeter is that by him being tough, he was no nonsense, like they say. And mentally, out there on that floor, we didn't play no games with nobody. Nobody. And you're gonna be in shape when you get out with you.
I played for Mr. Streety, and Mr. Streety was a stricken area man, and he pushed me a lot. Streety pushed me a lot. Streety taught me to play my role, and when I'm called upon to do what I'm supposed to do.
He fine-tuned those edges on the guys that was kind of, do what they want to do when they want to do it. Right. He let them know you do it when I say do it, or else you don't do it.
He never let the same team start every game.
He never wanted you to get the biggie.
That's what he was trying to establish. That was
He wanted to get biggie.
No.
You won't get comfortable with cocky.
They gonna get comfortable.
No,
like Coach Street. Coach Street didn't mind hurting your feelings about anything. But he got out of it, but he wanted to get out of it.
Streety tried to toughen me up, but he bust my lip. And it didn't do no good, because then I wanted to fight.
See, Roland was like, you actually rolling on your stomach and back.
You laying on the floor.
You laying flat on the floor. And I mean, you rolling from that end all the way to this end. Back and forth. Back to this end.
Like if your body was a tire.
That's exactly. That's what we had.
With game time on the clock.
Yeah.
Put 32 minutes on the clock.
That's what we did. I mean, it was like corporal punishment. You know,
It is corporal punishment.
we were being punished. You know, it wasn't like we had to pay our due. We were being punished out there because Streeter knew what he had. You know, and he knew that we couldn't be beat. He said, "No, not this team."
Oh man, that was it was hard to keep pace because we had there and lost a game in 2 years, 2 seasons. So it was a lot of pressure just to keep winning. And we held it up there for a minute until we went on a long road trip. Came back home. We lost a game right here in this gym to Millville. Greg Wise and some other guy that I can't think of his name. He played for the Celtics. But yeah, Greg Kite.
Yeah,
that's who broke ended our winning streak right here in this gym. And Mud Dog can tell you, we just came from Mississippi, where we had won the tournament down there. And we came back. They caught us really on a bad day. We came back on Friday. Played them on the Saturday. And they ended our winning streak right here on this court.
When they won in 75, this is what I was telling them. This is why I've said they don't get enough credit for this. They opened up recruiting for the state of Texas. Look at 76 on. You look at 76 on after they won, that was it. Before 75, they went to white schools, didn't nobody do that. They was doing, that's why Jarvis said, Mr. Drew told him what he told him. I can't tell you what to do. This is new. And that's another reason why they probably stayed in the state, because there wasn't no white schools coming down here recruiting black kids. Right. Me and you talked about this, we talked about the swag. How low the swag was. You was telling me about Purdy Shaw brother, first round draft pick, but they don't know nothing about all the guys that was getting drafted out the swag, how low the swag was. I was telling Jarvis then, when I went to Prairie View had, y'all know Carl Pearson, Eli Carl Pearson, Marvin Jackson, Larry Hayes, and Fox. They finished 5th in the swag, and I'm saying, man, what's going on here? Why these kids, how they finish? I see the outcome. And Floyd tell you about them, the black kids that weren't able to go to schools in white schools, in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, they had to go to black schools, and they was loaded. The opportunity that we was getting here, that y'all got in 75, they wasn't getting. And they schools was so low, the Florida tell you this here, Larry Smith that went to them, he wasn't even starting, he was coming off the bench. They played against them jigging boys up there in Mississippi, the jigging boys were starting in Alabama. Yeah. Larry Smith come off the bench behind them.
Yeah, they played it.
That's how loaded them teams was, man. Matt tell you that. They was loaded, didn't know nothing about that. Me and Matt tell you the guys getting drafted. Remember Jamel and Gremlin Matt? Matt got a dude named Jamel, got Gremlin, and Matt almost cried. He was scared, that's how people was getting drafted. Belgium, I'm just showing you the opportunity I'm talking about. Belgium go to the Rockets camp, a guy by the name of Colin Davis, got a 3rd round draft pick from the Rockets. Matt will tell you, Al had him crying in swag turn. As a freshman. The referee, Al had him crying. This man got a 3rd round draft pick. Belgium went to camp and said, Eli was right, I was afraid, I picked the 1st round draft pick. What we didn't know, we didn't have no idea what was going on. Mr. Brown was trying to tell us what I'm saying. Jarvis was going into a different situation that they didn't know. If Jarvis, they had the information, like, put it this way, if Jarvis and Goldie would have went up there, would have went to a black school then, they'd have been 1st round draft pick.
No, basketball must have, but if basketball would have been in the cards for me, God would have made it happen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got to it.
Okay. So therefore, all our experiences in life are for a reason, okay? And we're supposed to take those experiences that we gain and share with someone else, okay? In other words, God don't bless you to just be a blessing to yourself. He blessed us to be a blessing to other people. And so just by us being able to meet here, this is just great to me, okay?
I came here, this is where God put us together, right here. And when we left here with a legacy. And that legacy will never be broken. Even though one may be gone, two may be gone, three may be gone, four may be gone, we still remember something from each one of them.
Hey, this is Al Reynolds, 1978 graduate of Kashmere High School and former basketball player at Kashmere High School. I was asked to kind of put something together to talk about my friends, the legends of Kashmere High School basketball, the state champs, undefeated 1974-75 basketball teams. Just growing up, watching these guys play in front of packed houses at Delmar Stadium, Jefferson Stadium, and just wanting to be a part of what they were experiencing as high school basketball players. And back then I was in junior high school, and I wanted to be a part of that. And I watched them just run through the city and the state as an 8th grader and a 9th grader at Fleming Junior High. And, during the summers, we had to go over and play against these guys. These guys were great, and they taught us to be competitive. They showed us what it took to win, and, they won. We came over to Kashmere and did our best to emulate what they did, but to this day, nobody else has done that.
Hello everybody, I'm Rick Godfrey, a graduate of Forest Brook High School, local public address announcer here in the greater Houston area for a number of high school events, and I serve as the stadium voice of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers for football and basketball. Just want to talk to you a minute about the 1975 Kashmere Ram basketball team. They came into the 74-75 basketball season an already proven commodity. After all, they had just won the 1973-74 state basketball championship, and while doing so, the 74 team went undefeated the final part of the season. Matter of fact, I think they won 34 straight games after losing a couple of games earlier that year. Then to show that the 73-74 feat was no fluke, they came back the next season under the tutelage of Coach Weldon Drew, who was assisted by my man Ned Streety, and had the nerve to go 44-0 and win another state championship. Now, I'm not going to take time to call any names or single anybody out for any amount of recognition, because after all, there is no I in team, and they were the quintessential team. And with that being said, me, Rick Godfrey, a graduate of Forest Brook High School, who, upon our basketball team making it to Hofheinz Pavilion 2 consecutive years, lost to those outstanding Kashmere teams. And I'd have to give them their props. Those teams were some of the greatest basketball teams to lace up a pair of Chuck Taylors. So it is with all the respect in the world, ladies and gentlemen, I tip my hat to the 1974-75 Class 4A state basketball champion, the Rams from Kashmere High School.
Congratulations to the Kashmere 1975 basketball team for your selection to HISD 2022 Hall of Fame.
Congratulations are definitely in order for this occasion. As the class president for the class of 1975 and basketball queen for the year 1974, it was such an honor for us to travel with our team to Austin to witness these moments in history. I was proud at that time, and even more proud today to be a part of the Kashmere Ram family and the class of 1975. Throughout the milestone of life, we are all truly blessed to be here. May God continue to bless each and every one of you and your families. Again, congratulations to everyone. We are all Kashmere Rams for life.
Hello, my name is Deborah Willis Davis. I'm a graduate from the Kashmere Rams class of 75, and I was the vice president. I consider it a privilege and an honor to publicly be able to congratulate the class of 75 basketball championship team for being inducted into the Houston Independent School District's 2022 Hall of Honor. I also want to congratulate the class of 74, who was also undefeated and won championship in 74. Some of the things that stand out in my memory about that experience was that first and foremost, you gave us an epic, magical, grand high school experience, none to compare. There have been times I got in conversations with individuals that I met for the first time, and they would ask, so what high school did you graduate from? And I take a deep breath and I go, I graduated from the Kashmere Rams class of 75. And you already know. They go, oh yeah, so y'all won 2 in a row. That's right, 2. And they just ran on and on. They're able to call off the stats. They're able to call off the basketball stars name by name, one by one. And I just sit back and enjoy the glory. So you won the championships. You were the basketball stars, but you made us celebrities. You made the class of 75 Kashmere Rams an icon. So we say thank you.
Hi, I'm Valerie Blacklock Jackson. I graduated from Kashmere in 1975. That year I was Miss Kashmere as well as cheerleader captain. Kashmere was so well known back then. We had popular bands, the marching band and stage band. We had successful sports teams, especially in football and basketball. Speaking of basketball, that's why I'm here. I'd like to congratulate the 1975 state champion basketball team. They will be inducted into the Houston ISD 2022 Hall of Honor. The 1974 team will be recognized. Go Teams! What I remember about the 1975 championship team is that they drew huge crowds. They had this fast-paced style of play. It was nothing uncommon for Kashmere to score 100 or more points. And that team was so easy to cheer for. It made our cheering easy. We did all the cutesy stuff. We did the victory cheers because we knew we were going to win, right? But in 1975, we played this team in the semifinals out of Midland, Texas. The name of the school was Midland Lee. They slowed Kashmere fast style of play down. They tried to get in our boys' heads, but our boys, no worries. They kept their composure. They kept it together. Besides, we had a deep bench that was talented. But that night, Kashmere pulled off another victory. Yes. Again, congratulations, 1975 state champions. 2-time state champions. Did I say 2 times? 2-time state champions. You did it. You rock.
Good evening, everyone. I am Veronica Sagne, Miss Kashmere 1976. I'd like to personally congratulate the mighty Kashmere Rams 1975 State Championship basketball team on being inducted into the HISD Hall of Honors. Way to go, Rams. Thank you so much for the precious memories.
Congratulations to all of you for being inducted into the HISD Hall of Honor.
I'm glad that I was there to witness such a monumental time in our high school days. Little did we know that we'd be witnessing moments that would go down in history. We were just excited to take a road trip to Austin. This honor is so well deserved. Congratulations again to all of you. Thanks for the memories, and I'm so proud to be a member of the Kashmere class of 1975.
I am Deborah Green Williams from the Kashmere High School class of 1977. I would like to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere High School basketball team on your induction into the 2022 HISD Hall of Honor. Again, congratulations.
This is James Ennis Brown, class of 1976. I'm here to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere Rams basketball team for being selected to the HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. Congratulations, guys. Well deserved.
Hello, my name is Shirley Phipps. I am from the class of 1975. Congratulations to our 1975 basketball team for being selected into the HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. I remember being on the squadron and just watching us go to Austin on the buses, enjoying each other, and just being not just a team, but we were as a family. So congratulations again on 1975 class basketball team. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is David Elliott, and I'm here to talk about the 1975 Kashmere Rams basketball team, which in my estimation and many other people's estimation was the greatest high school basketball team of all times. I was there in their last championship season. I arrived at Kashmere, and they became something of an enigma because they were so good, no one could understand how these boys could play so well, so long, and win championships. Congratulations to the 1975 boys basketball team of Kashmere Senior High School. Well deserved. Thank you.
Hi, I am Mary Catherine Hayes, and I am from the class of 1977. I would like to congratulate the class of 1975 basketball team for being selected to the HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. Yes, those Kashmere basketball boys were fantastic in 1975, and they could not be beaten. Kashmere Rams.
Hello, my name is Lottie Bush Williams. I am a proud graduate of Kashmere Senior High School, class of 1980. I would like to, at this time, wish a congratulations to the class of 1975 boys basketball team on getting inducted to the HISD Hall of Honor. Well done, fellas. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cochise Lawrence Delco, graduate of Kashmere High School 1974-75. And listen, I'm here on behalf of, I guess, some teammates of mine to just make a quick shout out to the basketball class of 1974-75. Probably one of the greatest basketball teams to ever play the game, not only in the city of Houston, but across the nation. Congratulations to all you guys.
Hi, I'm Jackie Wiley Raspberry, graduate in 1974 class of Kashmere. I would like to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere basketball team for being selected HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. I remember when 1975 basketball team won the championship here in Houston on their way to Austin. That was an exciting time for me. My first time away from home, and I was there cheering the guys on, and I remember Jarvis Williams, I remember Godine, I remember French Fry, all of the guys, and that was exciting to win that championship in Austin, Texas. Congratulations again to the 1975 basketball team.
Hi, I'm Gail Latham. I'm a graduate of Kashmere High School. I graduated early. I graduated in 1974, but I am a 1975 class. I would like to take the time to thank the basketball team in 1975 for being honored this year. Thank you, Rams forever. Bye.
Hi, I'm Thomas Melanson. Congratulations to the 1975 awesome Kashmere basketball team being inducted to the HISD Hall of Honors for your 78-game winning streak. Go Rams!
Hello everyone, this is Sheila Gentry, class of 1975. Congratulations guys on your special honor. It's well deserved. I remember so many good things about high school, but winning the state championship was something I'll never forget. Congratulations, you deserve it.
Good afternoon. My name is Janet Richardson Young, and I am a member of the 1975 class of Kashmere High School Rams. And I would like to give a big shout out to our basketball team, 1975 basketball team, for being put into the honors of HISD 2022 Hall of Honors. Again, thank you, 1975 basketball team. You all rock. Go Rams. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Hi, I am Dee Rose, graduating class from Kashmere 1975. I'd like to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere basketball team on being selected to the HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. Congratulations. Go Rams.
Congratulations to the 1975 Kashmere boys basketball state champions for being inducted into the Houston Independent School District's Hall of Fame. Go Rams.
Hi, my name is Lois Miles Bill. I'm a proud graduate of Kashmere Senior High School, class of 75. I would like to congratulate the 1975 men's basketball team on their selection, Houston Independent School District's 2022 Hall of Honor. Congratulations and go Rams, go!
Hi, I'm Zenobia Richmond Clark, graduate of Kashmere 1983 class.
And I'm Kenneth Clark, 1975.
And we're here to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere basketball team for being selected in the HISD Hall of Honor. Congratulations! Yay!
Hi, I'm Gwendolyn Walker, class of 1974. I congratulate the 1975 team for being selected to HISD's 2022 Hall of Honor.
Hi, this is Pam Steptoe. I just want to give a congratulations to my 1975 basketball team at Kashmere High School for being selected into the HISD 2022 Hall of Honors. Go Rams.
How everybody doing? I'm Willie Watts, graduate of the year 1975. And I'd like to congratulate the 1975 Kashmere basketball team for being selected to the HISD 2022 Hall of Honor. It was fun times my 3 years at Kashmere, winning back-to-back titles and going undefeated. It was a good time, baby. K-Ram memories. How about that?